Okay, viewers, can you hear us? If you can, give us a thumbs up or something, because we're not sure. We're kind of new territory here, so
we're trying something different.
Yeah, we're trying to all get in the video, for one, and for two, we're trying to do this from farther away.
Hello.
And if you could hear us...
How's my hair look?
There you go. That's perfect.
I should have done like Julie and put a ball cap on.
Yeah.
Oh, we all should.
Well, I mowed and I shot, and I thought, oh, okay, I'll just pull it up in a cap. And
Okay, do we have any thumbs up? Not yet. Okay.
We don't have any...
Thumbs up. No thumbs up yet.
We have 3 viewers.
But if they could...
If they can't hear us, though, how are they going to reply?
Yeah, that's true. Jeez. Okay. All right. We'll do what we can. Somebody will eventually say, oh, we can't hear you.
You think?
Yes. If they can't. All right.
Like, they'll be like, where's the sound?
Okay.
All right. Well,
let's call her. Did you want to read over some of these?
Oh, okay.
I hope this actually calls. What is going on? Okay, let's see. If it calls my phone again, I'm going to scream.
We should probably say who
it's calling. It's doing it again.
At least it wasn't hello.
Yeah, that's why I purposely...
You got me again.
How did I fix this the last time? I have issues with this every time. Somebody else is going to be in charge of this the next time.
Please not me, because I don't even know. I don't know nothing about Skype.
Well, I typed in the number, and it was even showing
I know it's
the number, but it turns around and calls me, so it's something I'm doing.
Maybe you have to clear out the last call. Is there a way to do that?
I think
it's already there. 3759.
Oops. Do I just go? Okay, apparently. Okay, does it show that number? 520-3759. If it calls me again, I'm going to punch the computer.
It's not calling you. It must be calling Karen.
I hope it is, and she's not answering.
Hi, this is Karen Butler with Shoot Like a Girl. I'm sorry I missed your call, but leave your name and number, and I'll get back with you. Have a great day.
Should I leave a message?
Sure.
The tone. Please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Karen, it's Barb, Julie, and Annalicia trying to get a hold of you for the podcast thing. Anyway, I'm going to wait about 5-10 minutes and try to call you back. Hopefully you'll be available, and we'd love to talk to you. Thanks. Bye-bye. Well, at least I got the phone thing to work. I remember what it was. I went over here and hit this call thing and then re-entered it.
Are you going to remember for the next
We
time?
could call George Riles. He's right here.
Oh, I'm sure he'd appreciate that.
Let's play Phone a Friend.
We should.
We may end up.
It was fun. It's entertaining for me to edit
Listen
to listen to it. Mm-hmm. Like I said, sitting in the house by myself, cracking up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's call Vince.
Oh, Lord. Go for it.
I would say we could call me and
if he's
Candy.
awake.
We could have called me and Candy, but he's shooting tonight. Or he
I
would have
can't
been
believe
here.
you didn't bring him up to play with Jim.
Well, we shoot on Wednesday nights, so I did not go to league tonight to come here.
Look how dedicated
Well, I thought, what did you have
are.
Thursday night?
Thursday night, I teach class.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. League Wednesday, class Thursday.
Mm-hmm. And Monday nights are league 2 now. Oh, your second makeout session.
Yeah. What is it?
Hi, baby. Hi.
Pretty girl.
Otto, if you were bigger, she could be your girl.
I think he wants you to be his girl.
No, I'm pretty sure he made out with you first. That would be cheating. Okay, so to our viewers, we have a couple of you. We are going to talk to Karen
Butler.
From Shoot Like a Girl tonight.
We're hopefully going to talk to her.
If we can get hold of her.
If we don't, we'll reschedule and
we'll play another session.
We'll
phone
talk.
A friend.
We'll either phone a friend or you could phone in.
Ooh, you could phone in.
We could, but this is
let's make
Jack's
a deal.
Skype account.
Oh yeah,
That's just Jack.
We could just put it on Facebook. Call us, somebody, please.
So how's this work? He's got a balance. So when we call out, it doesn't cost, but when somebody calls in, it does?
No, I don't think it costs at all. I think that's only if you do international or...
I think if you do straight Skype to Skype, it doesn't cost anything. But if you do to a Skype to a phone, then I think it charges.
But it's not charging us for this because...
I don't know. He has paid for something on this.
Okay. Yeah, but what I'm saying is it showed the same balance the whole time.
Yeah.
I think that's what it costs. I'm not sure that's the balance.
Oh.
I think that's... I'm not sure, though. I don't know.
Thanks, Jack.
I'm not thanking Jack. Not after his Bow Dudes episode today.
I didn't
hear it.
Yeah, trying to make me one of the people at fault for the crappy audio for their Doug Hutchison
was he
interview. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
where did you
Gary
see
is
that?
all at fault. Oh, it's up.
I mean, I didn't listen to it today.
Oh, they have a different one up. The one that they recorded
it's
last
the second
week.
part.
I didn't even see...
They didn't put that one up because the audio was so bad on it. So they're going to re-interview Doug later on. So the one that they recorded last week is the one that's up today.
I didn't see anything on Facebook today about that. Nothing came up
Bow Dudes?
It was on there, but it came up late, and I think it's probably because they realized the audio sucked, so they...
Okay. Because usually I
instead.
see something, and I didn't see anything, so...
Yeah, because someone photoshopped some of our faces onto...
Ours?
Well, mine, and I think it was Gary's onto... the scene in Zoolander when they're trying to get in the computer.
How are they doing that? That's so creative.
That's Jack.
That's Jack.
He's got some app that he's using. Do we have any questions?
No questions. Just checking.
Nobody loves us.
Hi, Kevin. Hey, Kevin, let us know if you can hear everything okay.
Yeah, can you hear us, or does it just look like we're moving our lips?
If we are, we're doing nothing right. Okay, so she was there, right? And that was only 2 weeks ago?
That was last week, actually.
Last week. All right. I wish I had seen something about that.
If you follow her on Facebook, I thought these were... I'm the old woman in the group with my granny glasses on.
Oh, come on.
I just left mine at home. I have them. I just refuse to use them.
Well,
there's a point you reach where you don't have any choice.
Okay, let's see. Oh, hi, Rick and Lori. That's my cousins.
Hi, Rick and Lori.
Can you hear us?
Somebody, please let us know if you can hear what's going on.
Oh, I can't hear it.
I'm going to go check.
We could call Kevin McGrath.
We can hear you good. Thank you. Later, we're going to be interviewing the owner of Shoots Like a Girl. So we may have you let us know if you can hear her. We're going to Skype her.
Oh, this one was the one.
We have a set of headphones on the phone that's videoing, so because we're real high tech.
Hold on.
We're watching video of Shoot Like a Girl.
Okay.
Anyway, so she had a ton of this up because they had that big trailer there.
Okay.
Which this trailer is super cool. Have you seen it?
Yes, I have seen it. With a giant sticker. I wish I could make stickers that big.
It's not only that, but you can shoot inside of it.
Look at her canopies.
Oh,
we could do something like that on a canopy, too.
Well, yeah, go go get it done now.
Well, we got to raise some money.
You can have it whipped up by tomorrow.
Yeah, I could. I've got a lot of people sold on the Diva Javelina.
That's so funny.
I do.
Should I try her again?
Yes.
Okay, we'll try her a couple more times, and then we're going to resort to phone a friend. Yeah, I guess I better get my act together here.
Hi, this is Karen Butler.
I'm not getting it.
I know.
Okay, we're still going to try because she confirmed, right?
Yeah, yesterday.
Okay.
She said, yeah, good to go. You're going to call me, right?
Did you send her a text or anything telling her we're trying to call her?
Yep, I did. Oops.
Bye, Otto.
I said about
we
20
lost
minutes
him to
ago.
the microwave sounds.
He'll be back.
He'll be back.
So let's steal from the Bow Dudes here while we're waiting.
Yeah.
What all have you done in archery this week?
This week I got rained out Monday. It should have been my field league.
Do you shoot twice?
On the field league?
Mm-hmm. Twice a week?
Oh, yeah, right. Currently. Well, no, 3 times a week would have been this week if I had gotten the field league in. I shot 3D last night, and I would have shot the fun spot league tonight.
Is that an indoor league?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you're still doing indoor in the...
Well, it's that game I play. Well, that they put on out at Overton's Archery, that you shoot anywhere from like a dime size target up to your 10 ring is a little bit smaller than a paper plate. And it's a handicap league. So if you're down, you only shoot 3 arrows. If you're shooting at the dime size spot, you have to hit the dime to get a 10.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so 30 is the max, obviously, if you're shooting 3. And then, but if you miss one, because it's super easy to miss that, because the next ring is only this big. If you shoot outside that, you got a 0. So you can stay there all night and shoot 28s and not make a good score. But if you miss one, yeah, you're down 10 points, but you move down to the bigger targets and your 10 ring might be this big or this big. And so you kind of work your way back up. It's automatic.
It sounds super confusing.
To me it is, because I'm not all about math. But to somebody that knows a little bit about math, probably is all about it. But I just go and play. And I've won for the last couple of weeks, so I didn't feel bad about staying home this time, because, everybody's got their keys out there, so we'll see. But it's really fun. Everybody puts like $2 in the pot, and then at the end everybody gets paid all the way down, however many people show up.
Well, that's kind of cool. That actually sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, it does.
It is. It really is fun. And then I did the 3D last night. Oh, I did not shoot well.
Was it indoor 3D? Or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gone to any outdoor 3D yet. The indoor, oh man, I'm just not set up, and I keep saying that, and I just need to switch over. I switched over to the skinny arrows for like field, which we've been rained out the last 2 Mondays, which they may have shot. It did quit raining, but if you've ever been out to Troy County, there's like a bridge over like a creek. Well, that's our 80-yard shot. We have to go down into that. Well, I assumed there was probably running water, and thinking I don't want to traipse through that, so... Anyway, so I do have skinny arrows, but I'm just not set up for 3D. I wasn't moving my sight. I was just playing with my fake marks on my circle on where I think 15 is and where I think 10 is, and
fake marks.
Well, they're just all make believe.
And you're not using a pin or anything.
No, I'm just using my indoor circle still, just because I at first really liked the challenge, but now I'm just getting frustrated with it because I was doing all right with my big fat arrows. Like I had them tuned perfect to where I knew where 15 was, and I knew where 20 was, and I knew where 25 was, and I knew where 30 was, and so on. But I switched over to my tiny arrows. Well, they fly faster.
Mm-hmm.
So
all your marks
I'm
will
all
be different.
wonky now.
There, you can download on your phone. Is it Archer's Advantage?
I have one
where you put your 30 and your 60 in, and then it'll give you.
I have a sight tape.
Oh well,
I could adjust.
Well, just
but I liked the challenge. I know.
Archer's Mark.
No one else.
Is that it? Archer's Mark?
I have that on my phone.
I have it too. But I just was at the point where I wanted it to be kind of challenging and kind of fun and something different while keeping my sticker on there. I didn't want to have to move the sight tape, but forget it. Next week I'm moving because I was shooting like bad. I probably shot 5 nickels indoors.
Well, she's not responding.
A max of 35 yards. I was like, oh, I missed one too. Because my little skinny arrow popped off my rest and I shot it because I was jabberjawing like normal.
At full draw?
No, not at full draw. I was like, man, it's kind of my thing now to jabberjaw. So all you have to listen. Anyway. So
when are you going to an ASA?
I don't know.
Metropolis?
There's a qualifier. There's a qualifier coming up this weekend.
For
in El Dorado Springs, is that right? Are you recording now too?
Yes.
Okay. Do I have my...
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have been moving it around to make phone calls and whatnot and doing all sorts of things, so I'm not sure coughing into it, sneezing into it.
No, you're fine. You're good.
So, have you guys done anything in archery this week?
I've been just blank bailing and aiming drills. Now it's touching my chin. And aiming drills. So I'm probably gonna try to build a sight tape this week.
Yeah.
This weekend maybe. I don't know. I gotta help somebody move Saturday. So I feel like, I don't know, I've had target panic really bad last week. It's been pretty okay, so we'll see.
Good. I'm so glad I got over that.
Actually, I just kind of stepped away from shooting altogether for a couple weeks, and that seemed to help a lot, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just kind of clears your head, you know, because then you start thinking about it too much.
Yep.
It does.
Yeah.
And then, so I did just, a few blank bails here and there, and then stepped away for a couple weeks, and then came back, and it's like, I feel pretty comfortable.
Good.
I'm not getting flinchy when I'm aiming at stuff so bad, and
good.
So,
I'm glad to hear that.
Oh.
What?
Hi, Connie.
Hi, Connie.
I haven't seen you in forever.
Who is that?
Connie Schrader.
Oh, hi, Connie.
She's going to have to start coming to some shoots around here so I can see her again. It's been a couple years, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you just need to head east.
Yeah. Well, there is, like I said, is it El Dorado Springs? The directions are on the ASA page, and they're having a 2-day, I think it's 28th and 29th, Saturday, Sunday. And that's a newer club, and it's pretty nice. Jim went down there yesterday and met with him. Gosh, they even drove to Art Brown's.
That's what he was saying when we got here.
Yeah, and because we had a target that we had to art repair, and I'm going to plug Art Brown a little bit here because he did a really nice job. It looks pretty new. It's pretty amazing. It was pretty crummy old target. We'd had it for a lot of years. The entire 10 ring was completely shot out. You could not shoot at the 10 ring without passing through the animal. I mean, anywhere in the 10 ring, if you hit it, it was passing through.
We have one in our yard right now where the whole 10 ring, except for part of the very back, just fell out. There's just like a huge chunk out of it. But
that's what happens when
we're going to use the Bob Brown method, which is instead of Art Brown, it's Bob Brown.
Oh, what is?
And it's just that
the Bob Father
expandable foam that comes in a can, and
that you buy at the hardware store, the insulation type foam.
Exactly.
That might work, but this is actually, I think, like the real foam that's, I don't know. So, but because you can feel it. It feels almost like a regular Mackenzie in the middle.
Yeah.
We'll have to go out there and look at it later.
That will be
We'll if it's still light out, we'll video it.
Yeah. But Jim was talking very highly of Art and says he's a great guy, and it was a fun trip.
Yeah. Yeah, he's really super nice, and he's been shooting really, really well. He's pretty often in the shoot-off, stuff like that. Plus, they started, did you see this? The Master, what was it?
Oh, my gosh.
What was the name of the website?
Bowmasters?
Was that it? Bowmasters. It's focused, kind of like you have Bowman for the senior, or for the open pros, and then you have Archer, which kind of focuses a lot on the women's pros, but also just women in general. the Bowmasters one was focused on the senior because they've got the biggest class at the ASAs. I mean, they're pretty consistently anywhere from 75 to 90 people in that class.
Wow.
I know, which is a lot.
That
they
is
take
a
up a whole
lot.
range.
Yeah. Yeah.
They take up an entire range, so yeah, their turnout's been really good, so.
Yes, I went in and liked it as soon as I was told about it. So I've done my duty. I've liked the page on Facebook.
So,
but no, the qualifier you were talking about, that's on the ASA Federation page.
Yeah, that's on the ASA
on
Federation
Missouri
page.
ASA
and
Federation.
I think Jim included a link to that website.
Okay.
To their Facebook page, and you can get directions. I'd have to ask him. I want to say it might be a good 2.5 hours from here. I'm not really sure.
Mm-hmm. I'd say that's probably about right. It's El Dorado, Nevada
You want me
area.
to try to give her
somewhere
a
down
call
there.
again?
Yeah, let's do that.
If we we'll try her real again, and otherwise we could probably just have our own podcast, don't you think?
We could.
Do we have enough to talk about?
Yeah, I imagine.
Have we done a regular just us talking podcast in a little while?
No, and we didn't talk any about your last.
We
your
didn't.
Last 3D.
Oh.
In
Okay.
Paris,
Or Paris or Georgia?
Georgia.
I will shoot like a girl. I'm sorry, Mr. Paul.
Yeah, we're still.
And I'll get back with you.
I don't know. She either
Bummer.
got her schedule messed up or
She might be on a call or something. That's
I
what
don't know.
say.
She has been hard to pin down. She has been super hard. So everybody, we've been trying to get a hold of Karen Butler with Shoots Like a Girl, who happened to be at the NRA meeting in, where was it, Tennessee or Louisiana? I can't even remember where it was.
I don't know.
Maybe
I didn't
Kentucky.
Keep up with it.
Last week, and she got to see all the politicians come in and give their spiels.
She was interviewed by CNN.
Yeah, that was a couple of months ago. Did you see that on her?
Oh,
It was on
town hall
Facebook, I
meeting.
think.
Yeah, it was a Anderson Cooper town hall meeting, and she was invited as one of the guests representing Second Amendment rights. And I don't think they gave her much opportunity because Obama was there speaking too. But she's the only person I know who's been in the same room as the president, so I think that's pretty cool.
That's kind of cool. Making sure that our connection is okay. We're still good.
We have a little bit of a delay, I think, right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good though.
Okay, cool.
I know it's like having a time warp when we look down at it. It's like I did that a second ago. So, and then I got a new bow. How long ago did I get that? A month or so
ago.
ago.
About that either, yeah.
Right. I don't think. Yeah. Last time we talked about equipment, I was shooting a Hoyt.
Mm-hmm.
So I switched to Elite, which is pretty much the same thing Julie's shooting. So did Jim. It's really nice. I tell you what I really like about it. I think I like the limb stops. You don't have to hold as hard to keep it on the wall. It's really easy to hold it full draw.
Mm-hmm. It has a high let off.
It was very difficult to get used to at first because I found myself really, just because I was so used to shooting a Hoyt, like really muscling it onto the wall and stuff, and it didn't, my pin wouldn't sit still, which is kind of the opposite of the way Hoyt shoot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, does your bow do that too? Like sometimes if your pin doesn't sit quite still, if you hold it a little stronger, does it settle your pin down?
I have a real strong wall. I have limb stops and a string stop. So
Oh, do you? Okay. You have both.
Yeah. And it just sits like a rock.
Now you just need a glowy pin and you can shoot 3D.
Exactly. Get the glowy pin.
The glowy up pin?
The glowy
Or
pin.
glow side
You
pin?
could do either one.
Okay.
You could do either one.
I'm shooting a glowy center drilled pin.
Oh.
Or fiber, actually. So you have choices.
Well, I'm thinking about doing that to my classic scope because Jim had Brian from, was it Brian's Custom Lenses, took his 4-power and he drilled a hole right on the spot and we ran a little fiber through it.
That's what I'm shooting.
So you got rid of the...
Is it the tapered? Is it tapered or is it just a fiber?
It's just the fiber.
Just the
it's
fiber.
The lens and then the fiber. I'm shooting a light kit, so it goes up around the housing and then just pokes right into
this
the
is
center,
kind of...
into
Do
the
you
drill.
have the glow off of it coming up and in? You just have it right at the end. Oh,
Yep.
okay. Well, that's a good idea.
Well, it's picking up the light from the piece that's wrapped around the top.
But then it has to come in like a pin, so you would see something. But no.
But the only light is just
that's good.
The end of the fiber.
Well, and it's because it's not running through that little tiny metal tubing. Mm-hmm. It's just a little bit less there. I've looked through gyms, and
I really like it.
You really don't hardly even notice the fiber. Since that pin's gone there. That little, was it like a metal tubing?
Yeah, it's just the fiber in the lens itself. And this is Vince's, and he just took his and kind of flared the end out a little bit. Got it warm and just pushed to make it just a tiny bit bigger,
so it wouldn't come back out. And, that's exactly what Brian did when he put it into gyms. Yeah, it was like watching him operate for a few minutes there. Did it.
Well, and I've got Vince's old LP light, which is a blue light. Well, I hate shooting blue. Either a light or a pin, either one. But he has a green fiber, and it glows green when the light is on. It's really weird. Because you look at up top where the light is, and the tube that the fiber's in, and it's blue. But when it comes down around and it's in the lens, it's green.
It's just because the fiber's green?
Mm-hmm, I think so.
You don't care for the blue?
No. Never have.
Really?
I've tried off and on over the years. And
man, I've had blue a long time.
Like blue.
Now, right now, I have no lens in, and I just have a green fiber. Oh. Well, I don't know what that means.
Skype now. That's what that means.
Okay.
She sent out a bat signal.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Okay, how do I do this now?
We're going to get this pretty lady on the phone.
Oh, wait.
Uh-oh.
I only have one bar. Oh.
Oh, that's why.
Hello, this is Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Hi, Karen. Can you hear us?
I can't. I only have one bar. I'm going to go stand where I think I might.
Oh.
We all of a sudden have the storm come rolling in. And
oh.
It's not raining yet, but it's pretty darn cloudy. And this is what you get when you decide to live out in the country.
Yeah.
If you would like, we could try to reschedule for another time. What do you think, girls? Or do you want to?
That's up to Karen.
It's up to you guys. I mean, it could be frustrating because I just don't have good faith that I'm going to have a good signal for the whole time.
Right.
I'm one place of my house that has a signal, and I'm getting about 2 bars, so I might be okay. And this might blow over, but I just can't tell.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. We've had tons of storms here in the Midwest. You're in Alabama?
I'm in Alabama. Yeah, we were just sitting on the back porch, and all of a sudden the chickens ran for their barn, and the horses ran
my
for
gosh.
the barn, and it's like, oh, yeah, I guess the storm's coming.
Oh, great.
Well, I have been dying to talk to you, so I think if I hate for you to have to stand for an hour or however long we talk in one little spot, and then your bars to go out or anything like that. So why don't we just reschedule and then let it be more comfortable? Maybe you can sit on your couch and talk to us.
Okay, whatever works for you guys. I'm really sorry about this.
Oh no, that's okay. We have a pretty relaxed format, so trust me, nothing's very super formal here. We just like to talk to interesting people, and you've had a lot going on lately, so we definitely want to.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's been great. I did an interview with NRA News at the NRA annual meeting, and it's real important that we start talking to women and making sure everybody is thinking about voting and doing the right things and getting out there and supporting our way of life that we love so much.
Absolutely. Yeah, we definitely need to get this message. And we have at least a few hundred listeners, I'm pretty sure. So,
yeah. And that's kind of our goal, too, is to get the women at the forefront of archery or
any outdoor sports.
Yeah, just any outdoor sports, the forefront of our women.
Yep, that's great. Well, archery is a great sport for women. We're seeing about 45% of the women that go through the trail are actually commit to buying a bow. So for first-time shooters or people that haven't shot in a long time, they come, they do it, they realize, oh, I can do this, and then it's just game on. Like any archer knows, it's addicting.
Right. Well, I tell you what, why don't you text me? I know next week's Memorial Day week. I don't know what you guys have going on. Text me a few evenings that work well for you. And since school's out too, we may even be able to do something earlier in the afternoon if that would be better. So we're not.
Yep, you guys. Yep, that would be fine. Either would be fine. So if I can drive to be in town, I'll have a much better signal. I won't have to worry about this rain. But I'm just frustrated.
Oh.
I understand. So actually, you're saying during the workday works better for you.
Yeah, if it's just an hour, that'd be easy.
Okay. And then,
or maybe even, are you guys are in Central Time?
Yeah, we are. That's what I was going to ask you next. Are you on Eastern Time or? I lost you. Hello?
Hey, I'm sorry. What did you say?
I said, are you Eastern Time Zone?
Yes. No, I'm Central.
Oh, you're Central too.
So maybe we could do it like 4:30 one afternoon.
Yeah, 4 or 4:30. That we could probably swing that.
Can you swing it that early?
Yeah.
Alicia? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why don't I'll text you over a few days next week or even the following week, and we'll try to get something scheduled and then go from there. And we definitely want to get with you and get some of your message and some of the stuff you've picked up over the last couple of weeks at the meetings passed along. So
yeah, it's been good. I'm sorry I didn't hear that.
That's all right. Okay. We probably do need to reconnect because of the storm. So. But yeah, I'll send you a text and we'll get some other times scheduled.
All right, great.
All right.
Thank you
Karen.
for your time.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Well,
that
that's a bummer.
explains it.
I was looking forward to talking to her, but
yeah, it sounded like she had some information like right off the top of her head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she's a neat lady.
She is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like most of my contacts many years ago, when we were both shooting at Vic's Archery up in St. Joe, and that was pretty early on in Shoots Like a Girl. They'd only been around maybe a year. They had a fundraiser for breast cancer awareness in October, and they had a special called Shoot for the Girls Shoot. And they had these really cool targets. They were hard to shoot at, though. They were indoor targets, but they were breast cancer ribbons.
Oh, that's cool.
And then you scored points
I
by.
say I seen that.
You scored.
And then Vic's came out with a shirt that said that had the pink ribbon and said "Shoot for the Girls," right?
Oops, sorry.
Okay. I've seen that too.
But I think that day we raised like almost $1,000 that weekend. Just our group in
really?
St. So, and I don't remember what number she had nationwide, but
I don't remember. Sorry, I keep burping my supper.
Do I need to go?
Corey and Alicia.
Do I need to go upstairs and get some Tums?
I might need them.
Let me know what you had. What did you have?
The boneless wings, the boneless nuggets, or whatever.
Okay, now
Sorry.
I'm fine with it. I just had to identify.
She's like, oh, that's what that.
Sorry, I feel really bad.
You
That's why
don't
I'm
feel
being
bad.
really quiet. I'm like, she's gonna smell supper.
Do you want some gum?
I do have some gum right next to you. Get in my purse. I think I have some Tic Tacs too.
She has a double whammy. Tic Tacs. Crunch the Tic Tacs up in the gum. Can I have a Tic Tac too?
Yeah. It's not regular Tic Tacs. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Okay, so what else? You were talking about something.
I was. You were.
I wasn't.
No telling. I'm like a squirrel over here, man. I can go off in 93 directions all at once. Like.
Well, you were talking about your bow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I don't remember what I said. We were talking about fibers and sights and stuff like
that's
that.
right. That's
Hold
right.
on. Do you want this?
Was it got hair on it?
It has a cord. Oh my god, that's embarrassing. Let me find that again because I had gum all over my phone the other day and I couldn't figure out why.
That might be the reason.
Seriously,
right there.
I really did have Tic Tacs. I wonder if I left
You're
them
bound
in
and determined to be in this podcast no matter what, aren't you?
Okay, the Tic Tacs must be in the truck unless you want me to run out there.
I'll just eat this Pizza Ranch mint.
With the quarter?
It has no currency stuck to it.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I have another Pizza Ranch mint. Would you like it? Sorry, Otto, I don't have anything for you.
He just wants a kiss.
He's the one who needs some.
Yeah, because he's been tonguing.
Sneak tonguing.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so
we were talking about the fibers and the pins, and that's where we left off.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about your glowy pin, your lack of glowy pin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
we were
need to
talking
get-
about the fiber, yeah.
Well, last year I tried that outdoors to shoot, and not the dot. I shot one of the rings, okay, and
Yeah.
it was orange. And for just shooting at some of the targets outside, like my ones that I had spots on,
yes,
it
perfect.
seemed to work fine.
Right, for field is
You
going to be
put
great.
that on a 3D animal.
You can't find anything.
It's not only that, but especially if you're in a spot on a 3D range and your animal's kind of in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
And I had one of those orange rings, and I mean that thing was glowing like that's all my focus was on. It was like the animal was just a shadow behind it. It was very difficult.
Yeah,
if
it's a black bear or the chamois, which
Right.
the chamois is where I had my biggest problem last year at the ASA, the Kansas qualifier. I had let the 3 people ahead of me shoot. I think I told this story already, but they had shot, and it was 3 arrows all in a line, and I knew about where I needed to aim to get in the 12 ring. Well, when I drew back, I lost the animal completely because it was in a dark hole, and I found 3 white flowers off to the left near the ground that resembled the 3 arrows that were on the animal, and I shot them. So, and I lost first place by like 3 points. So, yeah. So, I would if I could at least got into the animal, there would have been 5, and I could have won. That's how. Not that it was important to win, but it was disappointing to shoot at flowers and stuff because I just lose it. And
Do
then
you know, though, here's a funny story, though, and even just with a regular 3D scope, Texas last year, something similar happened. We had I think it was a pig, and it was down a tunnel, and it was pretty dark, and all the foliage was pretty shaded back there. Mm-hmm. And someone had a green arrow with green fletchings, like right in the 10, and I knew I wanted to be right by there because she was close to the 12. And I drew back, and I was aiming, and I saw the green, and then I kind of just moved. What are you laughing at? Do you know what it was? It was actually a leaf just above and behind the target that happened to be catching like one little ray of light.
Yeah.
And the only reason I caught it was because I could see the top of the animal's back. So I was almost ready to aim and shoot right over it, but I saw the top.
But you
I was
caught
like,
yourself.
I was like, oh,
yeah,
that's not cool.
Right.
But when stuff's so dark like that, and you're picking out just a light spot,
right. Yeah, what I have is not working. For a 3D anyway. I need to go to do. I need something. I need the pin. I need the glowy. I need something.
Yeah, you do.
Mm-hmm. But then I want to be able to compete. I'm going to South Dakota Classic, so I want to keep. I don't have 2 current bows right now. Maybe in a year I'll get a 3rd one. But really,
would you shoot the same arrows for 3D as field?
Well, no. I would shoot the fat ones. Isn't that what everybody's going to right now? Aren't they sticking with their fat ones?
Well,
shoot whatever flies and hits
it's
best.
It's just who's who. But
yeah, I think attitudes are kind of changing a little bit because, people are like, oh, those fat shafts so you can grab the lines. And Vince and I have had discussions about this too. And some of the other people that we've talked to, they feel like the bigger shaft doesn't necessarily give you any advantage if the arrows aren't tuned correctly and if they're not very forgiving. A smaller shaft arrow might be more forgiving, so even though you might not be grabbing lines, so to speak, but it might be flying better.
Right.
And you're going to be hitting the mark that you're wanting to hit anyway.
Right.
So people are shooting the itty bitty skinny ones at 3D.
Right.
I think it's just whatever
currently
works good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's some of the pros have shot some of the skinny ones. I think and a lot of the women's open pros shoot the skinny arrows, but they're looking for speed on, to give them forgiveness on yardage judging. But I did that one shoot last year. I changed to a fatter arrow. I could not get those dang things to group worth a darn. And so I ended up finally going back to my skinnier arrows because I'm like, if I can't trust where it's going to hit, then if I can't get them to group, why shoot them?
Right.
The fat arrow is not going to do me any advantage unless it's this big.
I've tried to shoot fat arrows for indoor, and I've had a hell of a time with it. So this year, I think I'm just going to shoot smaller shafts and see what I get.
Really?
Otto, the podcast dog's demanding attention.
We should make him a little headset.
He acts like he's really like put off because we're talking to each other and he's not involved.
Yeah.
Look.
We're not paying attention to him.
I'm sorry. I'm not giving you any attention. You're sitting right next to me.
I'm sitting right next to you.
I know.
You're not giving
Sorry,
me
I'm realizing now that I'm crunching the Pizza Ranch candy in everybody's ear.
I didn't hear
My
it.
crunch.
I don't think I can edit that out either.
Maybe I
it's
can.
better than chewing on the quarter.
Breaking a tooth.
That was awesome.
The candy in our mouth, that reminds me of a story. We were shooting indoor. You guys know Mandy Quick.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and she was on the line in front of me. I can't even remember if it was the Casey shootout, where we were. It was a big indoor tournament. And I'm pretty sure she's on the line in front of me, and then it was me, and I don't know. Anyway, a bunch of people. And we're standing there shooting, and she was sucking on a cough drop, and the cough drop fell out of her mouth onto the floor in front of us. And, just something stupid like that, it just, will get you tickled, and then you can't quit laughing.
Right.
And, oh, my gosh, we laughed and laughed over that.
I was shooting at an indoor with just the Tri-County, like a league many years ago, and William Lane was right next to me, and he's like, oh, I had a bunch of onion on my burger earlier. And I was like, I'm glad I'm not a left-handed shooter. I'm glad you're breathing into the back of my head.
We have on Wednesday night a left-handed shooter. His name's TJ. I hope he's watching or listening. But his dad will swing by Burger King and grab him a burger on the way because he's just a young kid. And I have now requested that he not get onion on his burger because he is a left-hand shooter, and so
he's right in your face,
right in my face. I mean, so close. I'm like, oh, and I'm not an onion eater because I don't particularly care for the onion taste. We are not even on archery, really. We're talking about onion breath.
We're talking about onion breath during archery.
I bet there are lots of people out there that can identify with that.
Yeah,
you encounter
absolutely.
all kinds of odors when you're on the line shooting indoor.
You do.
Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some.
And you're in such close proximity and trying to focus.
Yeah,
and
so people can identify with
That is
what we're talking
definitely information that needs to get out there. Please wear deodorant, guys.
about. Yes.
Please wear deodorant. I mean, you are shooting with women.
And don't eat onions.
Yeah,
don't
no
eat onions. No farting.
Belching.
We're going to have people coming up oh, I wore my deodorant today.
Well, and so for Julie and I, who are kind of short, there's some men we might stand we're right in their armpit.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, well, I usually see over their heads, so.
Usually I'm not hugging you.
Well, and kind of along that same line, but not odors, being short on the line, I'll have a tall guy, and his arrows, his quiver, will hit me in the back of the head sometimes, or poke me in the back. I'm not kidding.
You're not that short.
I've had that happen.
Really?
I have had that happen, yeah.
Huh.
And then one time out at Tri-County, John Carroll, traditional shooter, was on the line behind me, and he kept hitting me in the head with his bow.
Oh, yeah, because the way he has to load it and everything.
Yeah, and so finally I turned around and looked at him. I said, you hit me in the head one more time with that bow, we're going to fight. I was joking with him, but yeah.
No, you weren't. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting hit is annoyance.
Yeah. No, I've gotten poked with arrows and quivers before. Especially if they have the forward.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I have.
See, the backward always get me. Right at my draw. I don't know.
Yours?
No,
your own or
whoever's
somebody
in
else's?
front of me.
Why don't
Yeah.
they just add 6 inches to the lane?
I don't know.
Well, it's like parking spaces, and they couldn't fit as many of us in.
Yeah. Do we have company?
Yeah, it's just my husband.
Oh.
Got the dog all riled
Who
up.
invited him to the party?
He's always trying to crash our party. Every time.
I know.
What is up with that?
Anyway. So let's get back to, we were actually on track to talk to Julie about something.
Oh, what I did in
Georgia.
archery.
What you did in archery.
You can do this week
Georgia.
and then go on into Georgia.
We can talk about. I'd like to. Did you guys watch any of the OPA stuff?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A few of the snippet videos that they posted. Yeah, I seen that.
That's kind of neat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we went to Augusta, Georgia, whenever that was early. Yeah, like the first of this month.
Yeah.
So we're in May right now, and it was a lot of fun. Got to shoot with Christy Collin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
we
right.
had just interviewed her, and then we wound up on the same stake, so that was a lot
And
of fun.
I think that interview got downloaded a whole bunch. Jack had told me last week when he was by that a lot of people have downloaded that.
Good.
Cool.
And she was a good interview. I mean,
She was
she's very
great.
personable and very
Yeah.
informative. And she was like that on the line, shooting with her too. The one thing that really stood out to me with her is she was just so chill.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's just like, no big deal, just we're here to shoot. We're here to have fun.
I assume
She
if you started out on the USA team when it got started, you would have gone through every scenario of pressure, and there can't be too much to put towards her that could really rock her.
I wouldn't think
No.
so.
She says she still gets nervous, but man,
Yeah,
I would assume you would have to be sort of laid back after all
She
that.
was, and I felt like she had a very calming effect. I mean, she was a lot of fun,
Mm-hmm.
and the group that we had a couple of IBO girls there, Maddie and Caitlin, and that was their first ASA that they ever shot,
Oh,
and
that's cool.
those girls tore it up. They were fantastic, and I got to watch Maddie shoot 22 up on Sunday.
Wow.
She just went there and ripped
I'm
that place
curious. Do you think they, because it's a little bit different because you don't have a dot you're aiming at. Did you ask them or quiz them about what kind of sight apertures they're using? Are they using clarifiers or? Because I know you can put some of the 4, and I've even heard people using 6 powers with a clarifier. It makes them almost like a set of binoculars.
If we talked about it, I don't remember, and we probably did, but
It's been a while.
I mean,
Can you see? At 40 yards, can you see the rings? I can't.
no, I can't. Now, you have these 17, 18-year-old girls out there. They're like, what's your problem? I see it plain as day, but I don't know. I know they shot lenses, but I don't know what power or anything. But
Come on through.
come on through, guys.
Come on in.
Come
Are you coming
on.
to crash our?
No, you got to come over here so the viewers
We're
can see.
we're
us.
actually
Facebook
live
Living.
chatting.
Bend down. Nobody can see you.
There we go.
There's a couple of them still.
Our phone guest is in the middle of a rainstorm and has no connection. I know,
You're good.
but that's okay. We're going to reschedule her.
It's just like being at the movies.
Yeah.
Get
it
us
is.
some popcorn while you're out
Right,
there.
Hey,
you
we
go.
do have some popcorn upstairs.
They're
Microwave popcorn.
gone. They're gone.
Anna.
Yeah, that would be fun to crunch in the.
Yeah, that won't drive people crazy at all.
Hi, Otto.
Hi, Otto. But I don't know what they were shooting for sure specifically, but they were fantastic shots. They were awesome.
I guess the reason I asked that question is, okay, so I've seen a lot of targets, but I still even guess, like, oh, I think it's right around that spot. So, these girls that are hitting those spots, I'm like, do they really know? If there's an arrow already there, that's a different story. Or an arrow really close by it. But
I think they can see it. I really do.
how the heck are they seeing
because they're
it?
young, and their
Bionic
eyes are
vision?
good, and
All right, we need to go get some LASIKs.
I can't see the ring, even on the indoor. Like we're doing indoor, I can't see the ring on some of those animals. Yeah, if they're super close, I can.
What are you shooting,
And
a
I'm
4
using
power?
a 4
Yeah.
and a clarifier. I don't see it.
Yeah, I can't see it either. I've never have been able to see it. I have always sort of guessed.
Now, if there's a big chunked out foam
Sure.
problem, I can see that, but I can't
Sure.
see any rings.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm usually going like there's a shadow here and, it's 2 inches right, or, the sun's letting like a little splash of light come through on this part of the tin, and if I go down and to the left or down, and you know what I mean? I do a lot of that.
So
do
are you
too.
using your dominant eye as well?
Yeah.
Arr.
Everybody saw that.
Well, because I'm not using my dominant eye. My left eye is my dominant eye and my more strong eye.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if I did shoot left-handed, if I could see it.
You
'Cause
might be.
Probably better.
I have strengthened my right eye, even though it's not my dominant eye or my strongest eye. I have gotten to where my prescriptions are the same, but I know that this eye is, I can see much clearer with this eye.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know I have astigmatism slightly in one of the eyes, which I assume is my right, because I can see clearer with my left.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm just like, I'm always really amazed though at the people, like, because, you know, I mean, honestly, you know, I'm about half the time guessing where the dang 12 is.
Mm-hmm. Well, when we got back from
Go ahead.
Oh, well, that's why I switched to a different scope and I put a clarifier in, is because I could see my pin very clearly, but my target was kind of blurred out. I couldn't really see any detail.
Mm-hmm.
And so we switched and put a different scope on and a smaller scope, and I added a clarifier, and I can see detail a lot better now by making those two changes.
Well, you know, and I even just kind of in my work with this target panic thing, I had my scope off for a while, and then I've got a little scope on there, and now just a fiber, and I have no lens in.
Mm-hmm.
But I almost kind of see easier through it, too, than I do my big, giant classic scope.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm even kind of wondering, I think it has to do with the light, the amount of light I'm getting in.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Are you planning to put the lens back in eventually, or
yeah,
you just going to leave it like that?
I don't know, but I can tell you, just even in aiming drills, I'm like, you know what? This little scope, it's pretty. My classic lens has one of those flanges around it, and then it's got also the shade. Mm-hmm. It's really dark looking through that thing.
You know, I thought, because that sounds exactly like what I'm shooting. It is a classic scope, but it's smaller than the one that I was shooting, and it's got the big flange, and it's got the shade on it. And I felt like that, too, at first.
That it was kind of dark?
That it was darker, but I'm used to it now. But I haven't really had a chance to shoot it in, like, a tunnel situation or anything like that.
Even,
so that might be
like
a
I
problem.
said, with just putting this scope on, I'm like, man, I'm kind of digging all this light I can see.
I'm happy to see the more detail on the target, which is what I was wanting. I'm thinking if we're going to be able to... try to compete with these young girls that can really see this stuff. We're going to have to get every advantage.
I remember,
that we can.
There's a gal out of Jeff City, Columbia. Is it Brandy? She's a young girl.
Layman's? Brandy Layman's?
No, she shot for one of the shops out there.
Oh,
one of the big shops. My mind's going blank. Is it Brandy even?
Cameo?
Anyway.
Cameo's up north.
All right. I'm not sure where anyone lives.
Yeah.
You guys keep track of that a little better than I do.
I think I know who you're talking about, but
yeah, I can't.
Has she shot lately, or is she?
I don't know. When she went to college, I think she kind of
Okay.
quit. Now you see her on Facebook doing a lot of hunting and stuff. But
yes, out of Columbia, out of Powderhorn.
Powderhorn, you're right.
Her
parents
have it,
right?
And her name. I am getting
really sweet girl
about remembering names.
That's our age. It's my age.
Like,
put your glasses on. Maybe you'll remember.
So actually, if I look at my anyway,
gosh.
I shot with her at ASA, and she was pretty young. As a matter of fact, I think she was actually supposed to shoot like the senior Eagle class, but they only had 1 or 2 girls in it, so they threw them in with at that time it was women's open, and she shot in my group, and she's a really sweet gal. But that second day on known yardage day, we're looking at a 35-yard target, and I'm trying to where's that 12? Looking through my binos, she goes, "Oh, I see it," and nothing. And I'm like, seriously, you see that with your naked eyes? She goes, "Oh yeah, I can see the 12 just perfectly."
Kelsey.
That's it. Brand Camp.
Kelsey Brand Camp.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's how our son was. He could see the 14 ring at like 35 or 40 yards away. Naked eye. We're like, how do you do that? Just
I couldn't see it.
Unbelievable.
I was like.
Yeah, but I do the same thing. If I can't see the rings, then I always try to find some reference points to go off of. But I think also after a while, you get to know the targets, and you have a good idea of where
you know roughly where it is.
Yeah,
but it's still a rough. Let's face it, because there's been so many times I've shot it and I've watched. Yeah, that's perfect. No, it's not. It's an 8 this far out or something.
Yeah. So, anyway, so yeah, Georgia was awesome talking to Christy and getting to hang with her all weekend.
What was
and
the
shooting with
attendance
those
like
girls.
there? Was it huge?
It was like 2003.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is the most they've ever had
Yeah.
at any of them, I think.
I think so, yeah.
And we've got London and Metropolis coming up, and those are always
big ones.
very highly
Metro
attended.
usually is one of their biggest ones, or is it London?
I think London is. I think London draws more than Metropolis does.
I think so.
And I don't know if it's because Kentucky is so big on NASP and S3D,
right,
and all of that. So
now I wonder, because now correct me. Have you listened to our interview with Jenny?
Not yet.
Okay, I think they're having their S3DA national tournament the week before.
Yes, I remember her saying
so.
That. Yeah, because she said that Mike would probably.
So maybe that'll pull some of the head count out.
Yeah, it might. Yeah, because they were there at the same time. I think last year.
I kicked him off, and then he came over to you.
I picked him up.
But I don't know that they were having it. Did they have a national tournament last year? Or is this the
I
first
don't think
one?
so. I don't.
But they had a bunch of kids, I think, show up for London last year, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
So.
It's all her fault.
It is.
All those
She's
people
created a huge monster. And
Well, you went down to Chris Berry's kids shoot.
oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Wore us out. Oh my gosh, I didn't think that it was going to be that tiring.
It wasn't too hot though this year.
No, it was beautiful. The weather was amazing, and there was like 1,200 kids there for the kids fishing day, and I don't know how many kids.
Where
came
is it?
through.
Where was it located at?
At
Roaring
Roaring River.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was very, very fun, very rewarding.
Which is a trout hatchery, by the way.
Mhm.
And if you've never been to it, it's like, it's not a waterfall per se. I mean, it's not like a giant waterfall, but water drips from the rocks above, and it's this big cavern, and the water comes out of this cavern, and a big open pool where they've dammed it off. Well, not completely dammed it off because it's part of the river too, I think, right?
I hadn't ever been there until this time, and we really didn't get a chance to look around. Mm-hmm.
Well, the big pool is crystal clear, and these giant trout are just swimming everywhere. And there's like some steps you can go up and kind of go over like an eagle's nest type overlook, and you can just see down. You see these massive fish swimming.
Oh, wow.
And but then you can also there's all these small pools coming off of that are full of the different size trout babies because it's a hatchery,
right?
And then you can feed them, and then I think they take so many of those a day, and they let off a big horn sound, and they release a bunch of the younger trout. I think that's
into the
daily.
River?
I think that's daily. I want to say.
Have we lost any listeners or?
Well, we're down to one.
Oh, oh!
I know. But no,
you're not very loyal.
What power scope does Julie use? Julie uses a 4-power scope. Kevin, sorry, we're just now seeing this.
And I'm losing power.
You know, I've been trout fishing one time, and I was a kid, but I still remember you get up and everybody's like, you know, if you have your waders on or whatever, you're standing in the water or on the bank and just lined up all down the bank, and they sound a horn, and that lets you know that it's okay to start fishing.
Which, were you not there when you did that? When you were a kid? Were you not at that fishing, like...
No, I wasn't anywhere around when I was fishing.
I mean, at Roaring River, were you not there? Because it sounds exactly like... I mean, maybe they do it everywhere.
Well, we didn't get down there until...
I mean when you were a kid.
We went to Bennett Springs.
Okay, that's where my dad used to go.
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun. Like I said, I've only
Bennett
been
Springs
one time, and I still remember it to this day.
I'm so glad you made me sound like I'm a 2-year-old.
Well, that's why I was looking at you like, well, of course I was there.
Can I charge? You're probably going to take all my
No, you can do that. You can plug into the computer.
It'll probably download all my information.
We're going to post it on the Facebook page and Alicia's phone number.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, sorry, Aunt Alicia.
That's okay.
But anyway, no, that was a lot of fun. And the one thing, my big takeaway from it was the little bitty ones that came through and shot. And just
I know
the look
you're
on
saying
their
that.
face. Yeah.
Is that working? Did it?
Charge-wise, I can't really tell from here.
Aunt Alicia always shows up with her phone not charged. So
It's
just to let everybody know.
I charge it all the way here. Every charger I have just doesn't. This is an older phone, so nothing wants to charge it quickly. It's not my fault. Anyway,
it's pick on Annalise night.
So and then you're losing battery too, by the way.
Oh, I am. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh well. Are
Um,
we still recording?
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's showing up here.
Okay.
But go back to the 3D shoot because I kind of got you off, and I think we did talk about you going down to Roaring River with Chris on the last podcast.
We probably did. I don't remember.
I don't think we talked much about your 3D though.
Chris fed us. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, did he take you into the little diner in town?
No, he brought his smoker.
Oh.
And he smoked chicken and corn on the cob and potatoes. Oh, yummy. He did a really good job. It was delicious.
And you didn't stay in the cabins?
No, we just drove down that day and came back.
How long was it of a drive?
Oh, long. Probably 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah,
So it was a long day.
We stayed
yeah.
in the cabins, which were so neat.
He offered for us to stay in the cabins, but we didn't do it. But next year, I keep thinking if we could get a bunch of shooters down there to help these kids.
Yeah, I'd definitely go.
Would be a fun weekend if we could get
Sure.
everybody to stay the weekend because the kids are just on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So, we could go help set up and, if there was some place that they would let us shoot our bows and then you help the kids on Saturday and, we could fish on Sunday or do whatever. But it sounded like it would be. It sounds to me like it would be a lot of fun if we could get a bunch of people down there.
Well, and
do
the
that.
cabin is a giant bunkhouse with like 16 bunks in it.
Oh, okay.
So you are sleeping on a bunk, and the showers are like not necessarily a community shower, but I mean, you do have some privacy, but it's pretty close. But the building is ancient. I mean, I don't know when they were built, but the whole property is.
What is the property? Is it like
Roaring.
I mean, is it like park or
It's
is
a
it
state
like
park.
Is that what it is?
And it's really funny because, you're driving down, and I think we went down 13, and then there at Springfield and hit 44 and went over that way. And it's fairly flat down through there. It's not real hilly or anything. And then all of a sudden, boom, you're there, and it's just massive, massive hills because I guess it's part of the Ozarks is where this is located.
Ozark Mountains.
Yeah.
Right. Oh my goodness. Seriously?
But yeah, just a beautiful spot, and the weather was awesome, and the kids were so much fun, and of course Chris is outstanding with
Yeah, and I think
everything
he had
he
some
does.
video of some little ones shooting that was pretty cute. That either you I think you posted it or did he?
So what were
Or
some?
both?
I don't know.
What were some of the prizes on the prize table this year?
There were shirts and hats and videos, and one little guy got a stabilizer.
Cool.
A little short hunting stabilizer, and oh gosh, I don't know. That's all that comes to mind. I mean,
Yeah.
I really didn't pay a lot of attention to the prize
They don't care. It was
table.
free stuff.
Yeah,
The year
they were thrilled.
The year we went down, he had the archery tag gear, and his son Hunter was there with some buddies, and they put sticks on their heads and let the kids shoot them like they were deer. It was so entertaining. Like, it was hard to help kids because I just wanted to see other kids shoot Chris Berry's boy. And his buddies, because I mean they were taking it too. I mean they were not very far, and those kids were just wailing with those archery tags. That was really funny.
That is hilarious.
But they wanted to do it, so whatever. They were teenage boys.
He just was like completely. Do you want your own headset?
Yeah.
Do we need to give you your own headset?
He found a comfortable spot.
Yeah, he's gonna lay down back there.
Well, what else have we done archery related?
I've just been
That's about it.
shooting in the backyard. Is all
Yeah.
I've been doing aiming drills.
I'm
Getting ready for London.
Are you gonna go to the South Dakota shoot?
Mm-mm.
No.
No, we're all set up for 3D,
I know.
so that's what we're going to roll
That's-
with for the summer.
That's kind of where I'm at. Like, I don't want to switch everything up because I do have that.
When is the South Dakota? When's
2 weeks, I believe.
okay?
It's in June.
It's Yankton, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
The big field.
Is it like June 10th,
Or is it-
11th, 12th, somewhere in there?
I believe you're right. Yeah.
That's just a few weeks away.
Yeah.
That's
Couple
not very
weeks.
far.
The regions, 3D, I think, is the same weekend in Stillwater. We're going to go down to Stillwater and shoot Regions. Unfortunately, Regions doesn't have very many people show up, and that's kind of sad because it's
they're closer to us.
Yeah, and the format is so similar to ASA. I mean, it's almost identical, but there aren't that many people that come. But our friends Julie and Tony Gordon live in Oklahoma, so we're going to go down and hopefully get to visit with them a little bit.
That's cool.
Get some of that Sex in the Vineyard wine again.
What?
Yeah.
What is it, a local wine from down there, or is it?
Yeah, and it is delicious.
Does it taste like
well,
sex on a beach?
We'll give you some bottle. We'll give you some money. Bring us back a bottle, and we'll
then a case or something.
And then we'll do a diva podcast with sex
in the Vineyard.
Yeah,
let's do.
That sounds good to me.
Divas.
I'll have to message Julie and say, "Hey, how many bottles can you pick
Divas
up?"
in the Vineyard.
Divas in the Vineyard.
We'll have to do it outside, like coming out of the trees with our wine. See, I can set this all up.
You go right ahead.
We can stage something.